Hi there, and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. And I'm hoping to get you ready to eat. What we got here, it's the North Carolina shrimp. Um, they was caught back in October. They're frozen. When I was 15 years old, I didn't want to go to school no more. I just had enough, and you had to be 16 to drop out. And the only thing I was doing was waiting to turn 16. And I actually was in ISS for like 80 days that year. So I graduated. I passed, but because I had also missed 20 days before that, I didn't get to graduate, or I didn't get to pass the grade because I missed too many days. I think I had like a 94 average. It was A minus. But that's just how it is. You can't miss too many days, and that's what happened. Right in the middle of it, my mom had met this, which eventually ended up being my stepdad, and he sold seafood on the side of the road in Raleigh, and he was interested in opening up a little stand right here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and asked me would I be interested in doing it. And I said, oh yeah, yeah. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $35, $45 for the whole day. This was a long time ago. This is probably like a 1994, 95, 93, maybe even. But I liked it. I sold a lot of shrimp, a lot of fish, crabs. Sometimes there'd be conch, all kind of fish, groupers, snappers, beeliners, triggerfish, spots, croakers, every kind of trout, pan trout, speckled trout, brown trout. Yeah, the seafood business. Loved it. So I seen a lot of shrimp. And the way I always been taught these are I actually deheaded these myself. But the head will be on it, and it's got a sharp point that you got to really be careful of. If you also don't know, they got one at the tail right here. They'll stab you. You can get hepatitis C from these things. You got to be really careful. But you twist the head off, then you come back here by the tail. Now, well, I can't even remember. Yeah, come by the tail, and you squish, and it'll come right on out. Push that out, come by the thing, peel that casing off. Then, once the casing was off, if you never played with shrimp before, there's a poop vein that runs right up in there. And I seen a hack, and we're going to try it. It says if you come up to the second knuckle, 1, 2, and you take a toothpick, stick it in that joint underneath the vein. Yeah, that didn't work. Let me try it again though. Remember, you're squeezing the tail, it'll come off the tail part. You know a better way, you can tell me. And come over, peel the shrimp right off, legs will come right off. Let me try it one more time. Come up under, I can't even see it. Yeah, it's like clear, but it did work. Pull it out. Yeah. Okay. It said you could do it with or without it. 1, 2. The shell's still on. Some people say the flavor's in the shell. Ooh. So you cook it with it on. They leave the poop shooting everything in there. We're not going to do that. I haven't told you we're going to make some Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo right quick. I should get a bowl for these. Get it. I can't tell you how many shrimp I've actually cleaned. Thousands of pounds. And it wasn't even part of my job. But they would come up. Oh, I don't know how to clean them. Can you at least take the stuff off? Yeah, because I didn't have time to devein them, but I could peel the hard part off for you, no problem. Wow, man. Or if you didn't sell the shrimp, you either got to freeze it or eat it. and you got to clean it first. It's always better. A lot of people don't, but we always did, and you had to peel it and vein it. And there's been times it might be 100 pounds, man. You ever seen 100 pounds of shrimp first off, and to have to peel it and vein it? Oh man, it takes a long time, long time. And if you don't know, it don't take long for this stuff to start to stink at all. But it's so good. And I haven't been out there to catch it, but I got friends that do it. They got little nets that they drag behind. And I don't know if I got any friends that got any big boats. There really ain't no difference. Because all you're going to do is be pulling shrimp and everything else that you catch in the nets up and sorting it out. But I'm hopeful to get out there and film it too. I'm going to be doing some Forrest Gumping. That's going to be the objective. Almost done here. And I don't mind it. Real simple. Now, if you watch the old stale cracker and you do you like to do the crawfish bulls or the shrimp bulls or any kind of bull, he got the perfect way to get the perfect peeling shrimp every time. Funny dude. He's a wild character. I like a good old American boy. He got a different way to stay hydrated. This is one of those things where my uncle told me, the fastest way to get anything done. I thought he had some kind of magical answers. I was like 9, 10 years old, and what we was talking about was doing the dishes. Because I had to do the dishes for a year because I had said that, because he had said it that women dishes was a women's job, and I had told my mama that. And she said she wasn't going to raise no male chauvinistic pig. So I had to do the dishes for a year. So one day he came over while I was in the middle of starting to do the dishes. I had, getting some hot soapy water ready and letting the dishes soak. And I probably complaining about it. And he was like, "Oh man, all that nagging, that bitching you doing." He goes, "Man, that's not how you do it, dog. Man, you want to know the fastest way to get something done?" And I was all ears at that point. All ears at that point. I said, yeah. You know how you gonna get them dishes done real fast? I was like, wow. He said, man, just start doing it. And once you start, don't stop till you're done. I said, what? Yeah, for real. I said, man, that ain't no damn good advice. He goes, yeah, it is. You just don't like it. Man, I was so mad at him. Wash my hands right quick. I don't even know why. I'm about to use them again. So the way I always did it, come in here like this and go straight down the back. And we'll take them all out at the same time. We got only thing we got already prepped. We got some hot water over here. It hasn't been seasoned yet for the spaghetti. wrong one. Anybody said that I had already cut that one? And every now and again you'll get a leg or something. Just go ahead and peel that off. I had a little station set up over there that had what you call it? Oh, newspaper. If you don't know, newspaper has charcoal in it and will absorb smell. You can also put it in your shoes if you got a little foot odor. You got real sweaty feet. Smells cause bad bacteria if you don't know. And you can put newspaper in your shoes and it'll absorb it and make a difference. It was something that helped me. I had seen it somewhere and tried it. Made a huge difference. And this is like 100 years ago. Still works today though. So does changing your socks and shoes every so often. I don't have no stinky feet. But there was you know, you wear your shoes one time and play basketball in without no damn socks, it's over. Or get them wet. I can do a lot of creek walking. A lot of spur of the moment too. Yeah, I got a new, well, it's not even new, but camera mount because I broke my other one in the creek, and then I just was opening up my my backpack to get that camera mount out, and broke the zipper on my damn This has got the clearest. Let's take this back. Let's clean this out right quick. So you got to expose, and it just comes right out. Poop shoots, folks. Got a gritty taste too. You'll know instantly. But I be seeing them at them crawfish boils, and I don't see them take it out. Be honest with you, I haven't been to too many crawfish boils, so. I did one time date the damn crawfish eating champion out there. It's either Biloxi or Gulfport. Her name is Mary. You can look it up. She's really nice, really cool chick. She was a bartender and I was a bouncer. One of those deals. But she could tear up some crawdads. I mean, tear them up. Make you look bad. If you ever thought you was some kind of champ, go up against her. Oh, she's just doing all right. Shout out to you, man. I don't remember what her last name was, to be honest with you. Well, that bar life was rough. So anyway, I sold this seafood on the side of the road for about, I don't know. Only did a little bit in the wintertime. So let's say about 4 months. School got out in June, July, August, September, October, something like that. Loved it, but the problem was it didn't make no money. Just a sad reality. Not for the money that he was making, and then he was growing. So he needed my seafood. The seafood that he was letting me sell, he had to mark it down so I could sell it because of the area. It's all about the area, you know. And Raleigh, he had the Orientals out there. Man, they love. I mean, they would ask to eat eat the head off the shrimp. Take the head off, fresh. Oh, fresh, good. Okay, we back. We're gonna turn the water on. Put a little oil in there. A little salt. Remember, always boil and salt your pasta. Always. While it's boiling, before it boils. The Alfredo, it's gonna come straight out of the can. Ain't even messing around trying to make none. But we just ain't gonna use canned stuff, or it's actually a jar. Before it even gets hot, we're gonna put some garlic in there. Ain't even gonna taste. Put some black pepper. So I went and did 5 years in federal prison. If you don't know, for marijuana, I got busted with a 195 pounds in right outside of Corpus Christi, Texas, at a checkpoint. The federal government decided that to pay my debt for society, I needed to do 5 years. So that's what we did. And when I came out, my stepdad not only had that seafood business, but he had bought a boat with a commercial fisher license. Which was, you can't even get them now. And we're gonna do just a slight wash on shrimp. Probably a lot of people out there say, "Don't do it." Slight wash. They asked me if I wanted to go. Oh yeah. But they was worried because they sent a lot of people out there. You know, they had family members like, "Oh yeah, I'll go fishing. I'll go fishing. I'll go fishing." You get out there on an ocean and it's different. Those waves, they stop. Sometimes you'll wake up and it'll be glassy outside. The whole ocean is still. It's incredible, especially after you spent days, weeks, and months, and it just never stops. This never stops. I used to stand in the middle of the boat and just see if I could not move it once. It just never stops. The engine never cut off, and we had two 800 horsepower diesel Caterpillar engines. This is life on the boat. This is life as a commercial. It doesn't matter what you're doing, and you had to poop in a bucket. No bathroom. We didn't have no bathroom. And look, it was only one bucket. In that same bucket, 4 people generally, sometimes 5, but 4, all use the same bucket. Only one bucket to use the bathroom and to get water to wash off with. We're talking about some pirate. But that's everyday life for these guys. I'm just coming out of prison fishing. And it was hydraulic rod and reel. So it had a great big reel on it, on a pole. Like your outside fence pole, metal pole. Big old reel on it. And a fiberglass, like an arm like this. When you catch a big fish, it just hits the boat. And it ain't much longer. I mean, that's the whole mechanism. And the line we used was metal leader. There was no, oh Lord have mercy, this could be trouble. a metal leader. The average weight we used was 6 pounds, a block, a big metal thing. So you drop right on the fish. Loved it. Oh, God, I loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. He couldn't go out all the time. Bad weather, the current. If you ever been to the beach and you heard a rip current and people drowning, folks, the current, there's a couple different kind of currents. A current on top and current at the bottom. When you drop a weight, the idea is to put it in a certain spot. That's why you have GPS over the water and fish finders to hit it right over perfect. Sometimes just being a couple feet off away from a million fish won't draw the fish away. But if you put it in their face, they'll attack it. They'll tear it up. The current will stop that. If the current's going 80 miles an hour, it'd be fast. It'll take the, on a regular, it'll go straight up and down. When you catch a fish, it goes straight up and down. I've seen it to where the damn line, your line's just way out there, going too fast, and you got to calculate the distance of that. You know, you might have to be a mile away from where you drop the line to get the line to go that way. And we had 800 fathoms of line. A lot. Sometimes it would take a half hour to drop to the bottom of the ocean to catch a fish. And a half hour to bring it up. Because you can't reel it fast or you lose it. Lose the line. I'm a good swimmer. Really good swimmer. And we'll see it sometime. Because I'm always in the water and we'll do some kind of race or something. I ain't no Michael Phelps or nothing, but I could stay above the water good. And they bet me that I couldn't swim back to the boat, that I couldn't just jump off the boat right next to the boat and swim back to the boat. They put a line on me because they knew I couldn't do it. I'm going to start getting the pan ready for the shrimp. I want to use this back one, so I'm going to turn this burner on. And I think I lost like $20. I jumped in just like right off the back of the boat. I was just going to turn around and pull myself up. Thought I was. I never made it back to the boat. The line wasn't even that long. It was like maybe 15, 20 feet long. It was tied around my waist. It was pulling on me. It was kind of like choking me at the waist. I couldn't even come close to swimming back. I couldn't even come close. I didn't. It was horrible. I had to be dragged in. I was happy to get that money up because that meant I got back in the boat. That's how bad it was. It was serious. Like, no, what the hell? That's when I knew, because I had already known, but I'm not messing with Mother Nature. And I'm gonna listen real well, because all these guys had been fishing their whole lives, 20 plus years. I had heard all the big tails. These dudes caught big shark, big grouper, 300-pound groupers. Had a good time. When I couldn't believe I couldn't get back to the boat. But there was so much more, now I was catching the fish that I sold. But exotic fish like trigger, not like trigger fish and trumpet fish and yellow bass, man. Good God, I can't even think of them all. Just tons of. I think I caught 47 different species. The biggest fish I caught was a black grouper. It probably weighed like 120 pounds, maybe a little bit more, because we had to gut it out there. You know what I mean? That was after being gutted. Those kind of fish you have to. I think most of them we had to gut those out there. So not long after we caught them, it just because sometimes you'll spend 2 hours straight catching hydraulic rod and reel. When I was talking about how the thing worked. You put the weight. There was never none of this. You push the line. It had a little lever. You push the lever forward, the line dropped. You push the lever back, the line came up. You just had to learn to make the how fast you could do that. There was a way the guys taught you. I mean, they would tell me, man, when it hits the bottom, you could feel it. I had grooves in my finger. My hand never left the line after it, because you could feel it hit the boink. 600 feet at the bottom of the ocean, you could feel the weight hit boink, come up 2 circles, count to 30, pull your line up. Whether you got anything on it or not, whether you think you got anything on it or not, pull it up. They was always right. Man, they was always right. Now I like my shrimp well seasoned. And I don't even got all the stuff that I want, but this is gonna put all the stuff we're gonna put on here today. For sure. And they're gonna cook fast too. This is gonna be, if you never mess with shrimp, it doesn't take long. You can turn them into rubber. And you don't want no rubber. Rubber's not where it's at. Some of the cool things I've seen out there on that ocean, folks. If you've never seen squid, a school of squid, it's the most amazing thing. And it was at nighttime. I've seen it 4 or 5 times. And we had all these spotlights. The boat I was on was called the Sea Robin. I was on other boats, but the boat that my stepdad owned was called the Sea Robin. And had all these lights on the back for nighttime fishing. And I was over there baiting, cutting up bait. And I had been doing it for about 20 minutes. I turned around and I heard the guy say, "Hey, Bill, you want to see something cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" I turned around and looked, and the whole ocean was squid. And I got scared, man. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night. And if you never go, it's so dark. Even with those lights right there, it only lights, it's so dark everywhere else. You can't tell it, unless the moon's just right. You can't tell the horizon. If there's no stars and no moon, it's black. I mean black, man. And your mind plays tricks on. Nothing plays more tricks on you than your mind. Oh, man. Right into the pan. You hear that? More squid than you think would be imaginable. The whole game. I mean, and these lights, they shoot out pretty far. So I got some adobo right here, and I mean I'm gonna coat it. Got some garlic. I got some. Hold on, come with me. I hate this setup right here. We need some pepper. Got to have some pepper. Almost like blackened shrimp in my damn. And you see, we got the everything right there cooking. Got plenty of pepper in there. We got some. Where did it go? Oh, right here. We put some Tonys on it. They're gonna go fast. They're gonna turn red on us. Oh yeah. See that? We're almost done. Alright, at this point, I'm gonna take it off the heat. Turn the heat off. Oh yeah. Work with me. I'm gonna put some butter in there. Margarine. You don't know the difference between butter and margarine? I really don't. It's a shame, ain't it? I am a big fan of parquet. Man, it's really hard to do this stuff by yourself, folks. If you see my finger, and I ain't got no editing skills. Need that to cook just a little bit longer. I'm gonna take and put half. I'm gonna leave half of these. I'm gonna treat myself to something, and then I'm gonna take the other half and put it right in the sauce. Oh, I can't smell that, can you? Taste how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah. The squid had me worried, folks, because we use squid as bait, and squid caught everything. So what does that mean? That means everything eats squid. So that's not a good thing. They're on top of the water, right? So that means that's going to bring the predators on top of the water. I don't want to see any. The only thing I want to see is things that I catch, and only because I want to bring them in the boat. And I think like of the crackling or giant squid, something that's bigger than me. I mean, those grouper that we caught, that 150, 120 pound grouper I caught, that thing, it was hard to get in the boat. Huh. And I'm pretty strong. You get used to that stuff. You see those guys catching that stuff on TV, they're used to it. They know how to, they know about leverage and how to handle that stuff and make it easier for them. We're gonna put some shrimp right with the with some of that sauce right into the thing. Put some of the juice in there. Not a lot. Let's mix that up. Go get that back on the heat. Get us a little taste. Always taste your food. Let me put some more juice in there, see what that does. Oh, it's really good. Might not be able to tell by my reaction. Just not where I want it. Now, if you taste it, it's like, oh, damn. And as you heat things up, or as they cool off and melt together like the next day, that's when stuff is really good. Pasta done. Don't you strain it. Remember, never wash your pasta off, just strain it. Man, I wish I could share this with you guys. Just a touch of salt. Remember, we did oil and salt it before. Take my pasta. Man, I always dropped the ball, folks. Could have made some garlic bread. We're getting there. Those squid. Look, you just throw a net out there and you'll catch a bunch. They don't even hardly move. Now you figure you would freak them out. You still got a fish there in front of them. I mean, you catch a bucket full every time you threw something. It's crazy. I never did see anything. It was only my mind. Never seen no sharks. Never seen anything that would do any kind of harm to me. All right, here we go. Check this out right quick. Hope I got you ready to eat. We got the chicken Alfredo. The shrimp Alfredo. The shrimp on top. Let's see what we got. The chicken Alfredo. We got the chicken here. Oh, I just broke it. Huh. Can't have anything nice, so just break everything. All right, we'll just try one regular shrimp. Oh, it's hot. Like I said, I sold and ate so much of this stuff. Stuck my hand. And weighed out 1,000,000 pounds. Been stabbed so many times. They're so good. It was my first job when I dropped out of school. I ended up going back to school. And dropping out again. And I went back and got my GED. Became a manager at Bojangles. Woo! Well, we tried the shrimp thing. I'm not sure if it was that great of an idea. I just like to do it my old way anyway. The food is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and tear it up. I wish I really could share it with you folks. Hope everybody's having a good day. Staying safe. If you can, hit that like button. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't.